Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and do the voices. On the last episode, me, Herlock Sholmes, deduced a bunch of stuff.
It was going so well.
Deduced that a snake.
A snack.
A snack.
A danger noodle.
A danger noodle killed Kazuma.
A nope rope.
Yes.
Nope rope.
A nope rope, danger noodle, all the things, killed Kazuma, and so that's it. Done. And
We find out what Nikolina's pet was, and that is a cat.
It's a kitten.
It's a kitten.
A big kitten, but a kitten nonetheless. That's black or maybe Russian blue. Herlock. I just did it again. Herlock, Herlock thinks that it's a Russian blue, but everyone
looks
else
like
says
a black
it's black.
cat.
Yep. But anyway, so let's just jump in and get on with it. But before we do, I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Taylor.
And also, if you like our video, like our content, whatever, why don't you hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified when we put new videos up, and leave a comment down below about bits that you like or whatever.
How
really.
terrible we are.
Yeah, whatever. So let's just jump in.
Please, no.
So I was
Please, yes!
thinking, guys, do we think this is going to go to court? Because we've been playing this
I
for
don't see how it could.
quite a bit, and obviously it's all happening on the boat with the lock room stuff. We've got all these bits with Herlock Sholmes. Nearly said it again. And I'm just like, can you imagine if after all this it's like, right, now we're going to go to court as well?
I mean,
it might, but-
it's possible, but I can't see how it would. I feel it would be solved on the boat, I would think.
Maybe we've then got to go to court and
Or
prove
maybe it'll
everything.
be settled off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that always makes people feel happy. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck on against some immovable object as he fell to the floor, suffering a fatal blow to the spine. The victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life.
No!
My ears, madam.
No. I don't know anything about this.
Is that really true, Miss Pavlova?
Oh, he's going all ouchy on you.
What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life?
Oh, the bell.
Uh-oh.
Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all...
Zvori?
Yeah. Zvori. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence by cleaving it in two or something and hiding only one half of it.
In twain. As
twain.
Cleave it in twain. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. Yes! In the box! That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case!
Okay. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama merely tripped over and now he's no more?
Yes, we really are that fragile.
It can't be true! I refuse to accept it!
I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened.
But
And if this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove
Those
it.
S's really bug you, don't they?
Yes, this is. Here in the cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes.
where, I wonder?
I mean, it looks like a writing desk right
Let's-
behind it, right? So it's probably there.
Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere.
Can you see where it is? It'll be just behind the lid.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, there's the bin.
Oh, the tiara.
The bottle?
I
What's
think.
the bottle?
Good question.
Oh no, it doesn't light up.
Huh, just the
Yeah, but-
tiara and the traveling case. I think you might be right about the waste paper basket, though. Let's have a look at the waste paper basket.
This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first-class cabins have them.
Because I thought we looked in the
Miss
bin.
Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night.
Because I thought we inspected that before, didn't we?
I don't know.
We did, but that was before. Maybe she's tried to get rid of evidence since.
Ah, okay.
Presumably, there's not much rubbish in there yet.
Oh, there it is.
Aha!
There it is.
Oh, dear.
Oh, what's that?
It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it?
It's a funny-looking wine bottle. Wine glass, rather.
Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
If it looks familiar, perhaps it is more than your mind simply... sorry. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more that your mind simply playing tricks on you.
More than your mind playing
More than
tricks.
your... Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Just didn't flow.
Present.
Boom.
Smash.
That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket. In the bin, as it
In the
were.
bin.
Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact.
Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin.
Oh, he's got control of the spotlight. Uh-oh.
As you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly.
Oh no!
So,
Oh, niet.
Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin?
No!
You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not?
I don't...
I don't know. In that hushed Russian accent of yours. Won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question.
What?
Don't you remember but a moment ago we took the picture from you? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo.
Your accent changed about midway through that statement, Mr.
Nope.
Sholmes. Are you quite all
No,
right?
it didn't, mate. It was fine.
Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell. That would be
The picture.
the picture.
Oh.
If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from Darka's collar, the very glass bell in question.
It's a big bell. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall.
And the cause of that fateful stumble?
Oh no. Your absent feline friend, Darka!
Almost.
Well, I don't know. It might be in sync.
KO! I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. If this is really how...
Death by cat.
Death by whipping over a cat. Oh! No! Oh no! Poor Kazuma. Sarah's boy. He died by falling over a cat. I mean, we've got 3 cats. I mean, we could die at any time. What a tragic way to go, though.
I'm with Susato on this.
alright,
I'm with Susato on this.
Yes, you could say it's a real catastrophe.
Taylor! Ah, that genuinely hurts, spell.
Taylor.
I hate
Catastrophic, even.
Taylor.
I will find you. I will find you. I will cut you.
I know where you live.
I will cut you.
Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova?
No!
Tell us exactly what happened last night.
That's it.
It!
That's it. Sarah's like, I'm not doing the voice anymore.
I quit.
Oh, Jesus.
I am with Susato.
Do not feline to us any longer.
Taylor, that was really bad. You need to stop. You need to actually stop. You can't see Sarah's face. She's not happy. It was not a good face.
I'm with Susato on this. There's more to this. He did not just trip over a cat.
I really hope so.
If this is the story arc they go with, I am complaining to Capcom.
Complaining. Send a very, very sternly worded email.
Because
Mr.
no
Takumi.
one kills my boy in the most stupid fashion. I didn't want my boy to die anyway, but he is. I refuse to believe he died tripping over a cat.
Like, dear Shutakumi, I do not like your latest game. You killed Kazuma in a really bad way. I don't like it. Yours sincerely, Sarah. From Disillusion Plays. Advertising.
It was little.
Oh, God. It was a little after 1 in the morning.
It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food.
Ah, so she got the taste for human flesh.
Uh-oh. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands.
Oh, feral cat. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments.
Except for Bagheera, who's anxious and nervous even in the
all-
environment he's familiar
Yeah,
with.
that's true.
You can't help
Oh,
it.
poor boy.
Oh, poor boy.
She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it.
Yes. And I had read the, rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me.
Yes.
Call it a cat crime.
Modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It is a precaution, really.
So I listened and I listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he would be sleeping.
So at that point, you thought it safe to try to lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin.
Darka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy, I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return.
So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet.
Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. I'm sure we'll find it soon enough.
Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then...
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
I nearly passed out with shock. I had her cry out and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent.
Don't say that Kazuma has squished a kitty too. Kazuma dead and squish a kitty.
But that'd be a...
No, he won't have because remember the case was rumbling around
Yeah.
before.
But it could have had a snake in it though. The snake may have been. We don't know what was in the case.
Kazuma was...
I don't think we know what's in the case. If I'd missed that, am I just being dumb here? I thought we still don't actually know what it was.
What, her case?
Yeah, in her case.
It was the cat.
Oh, it definitely was the cat.
It was the cat.
It was?
Yeah. It's not the snake. I don't think the snake's been explained yet where the hell that's come from.
Oh, I don't remember. Okay, I guess maybe I fell asleep last episode while doing Sherlock. Ah! I did it again.
See, and you blamed me all the time, saying I'd mess it up.
It's just, damn it.
From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Burya is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards?
Squish.
No.
No.
In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator.
Yet Darka is nowhere to be seen.
I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again.
Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am.
Well, he knows something about himself, at least.
What was that, sorry?
When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back.
Oh! Hold on a minute. What about the snake?
Oh, you're right. Where is it?
If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it, and where did it come from? What on... I called it!
There we go!
I called
Well done,
it!
Taylor.
Well done.
What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship?
Oh, I didn't say. Oh, Snake is my friend. His name is Pirosco. Hey!
What?
What?
That snake belongs to you?
He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Ow.
Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? Ow.
But animals are not permitted on board.
Oh, don't be stupid. He's not animal, he's snake. Ha! We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands?
Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better?
No.
But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake. Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in.
No venom. Is constricted. Pirosco does not have venom. He is harmless, very long, but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny.
It's venomless?
Yes. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile.
And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose?
Huh! Like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Pirosco eats mices, mooses, miceses. Big, fat, round mooses.
Oh, so... Is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for?
Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food?
Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now.
The eyes have gone.
It refuses to drink milk, and it can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous.
How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role?
It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Pirosco has nothing to do with this incident.
So that's what
I
happened.
like to imagine him rolling around the floor side to like,
Yeah. We'll find him wedged in the bookshelf next in stress.
yeah, just
That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death.
No, it's not. I refuse to believe it.
Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious.
No. Miss Pavlova, I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you! But
What are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba?
And now she pulls out the sword.
whoa!
oh my wormhole.
Shinaru.
What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. I'm a fool who hasn't been paying attention for the last half hour. It was a series of unfortunate events. Wink. An accident.
I'm still hating inside, pal.
I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth.
What?
Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Susato, are you really trying to make it so this is my fault? To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Wait, finger. Writing? Writing?
His journal!
I confess. I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oop.
Gotta love it when you drink and it goes down the wrong hole.
Oh, Chris, you're supposed to drink through your mouth, Sarah, not your nose.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to die quietly in the corner.
It's like Susato's gonna have a slight pitch shift.
Yeah. Hello, pal.
How's it going, dearie?
I am only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction.
Rude.
I beg your pardon? A distraction?
I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable.
Oh, God.
Because, surprise!
They're back on again.
Ah! Not again! When did he do that?
Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call.
You were, Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, but I overlooked one important detail.
Cat crime.
The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not?
Yes. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even.
In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, whatever that may be.
Indeed.
The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear.
I've not noticed
about how you really died.
the star on his back.
No.
I'd not noticed that.
About how that scene in your cabin came to be really...
Like, the star on his back, the flowing bandana, it really makes me think of, like, a character from Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
He's like a single-star uniform.
Or Gurren Lagann.
He's more than a single star uniform. How dare you, sir? How dare you? How dare you besmirch his memory?
Oh my goodness, getting so fierce. Sauce. Jeez.
Don't lose your way.
No, Taylor, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh shit.
He's like,
Oh crap, I'm done for.
So then, shall we begin?
Yes! Look at your wrists.
What we should ponder first. Oh, very fancy. Is the victim who has lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must first establish in the first instance.
But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Hold it! Hold it! Wait! Let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it?
I'm going to have to ask you to spill it out for me, I'm afraid. These are game mechanics and all
Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. Boy, I'm going to look really stupid if I select the wrong thing. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident.
that. Really?
Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that Wink proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident.
The
Wink.
writing.
Is it the writing?
The writing.
That's the only
I guess
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said before, he'd have died instantly if his neck's been severed. So
Well-
he wouldn't have had time to write something.
again-
he would have wrote it before.
Well,
surely.
he would have been paralyzed. Yeah, that's what the conclusion we came to. I think it has to be. Oh God!
Yeah, I think so.
At least we've got all our lives back.
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor.
That script. It's Russian, isn't it?
Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe.
I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case.
But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very
Yes,
fast.
Russian, very simple
Yeah.
language. You look at the alphabet and you say to yourself, yes, that is a simple language. From A to backwards R.
That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not.
Sarah will have it.
Sorry? What do you mean?
Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebra resulting in instant death.
Yep.
Instant
Oh,
death.
okay, Sarah. Sorry.
Oh, good gracious.
I mean, yeah, he could have,
So the autopsy report is updated to show that the death was not instant, but he actually had a few seconds beforehand.
Edgeworth slides in. I've updated the autopsy report.
But you're not going to be born for another 500 years.
I don't care. I'm invincible.
I am invincible.
I've invented a time machine specifically to update autopsy reports all across the
That's the
timeline.
only thing it can do.
Yeah. He can only alter the autopsy reports. Anything else results in a paradox.
It's like, couldn't you have used your knowledge for something else to send your whole self back? Send full people back? No.
No.
But God, man, why not? Because I don't want to. I just want to send autopsy
My
reports
purpose is the autopsy report and its updates.
Which means after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead.
That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin.
There is?
A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true.
What?
What?
So Susato-san has noticed it too, then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words...
I don't...
Is it that?
I was going to say, is it the sign? Because it was stuck over the wardrobe, wasn't it? With Ryunosuke in
I mean,
it.
it says, because it says, like, not sure if the Russian crew can actually read it. Because who would know that Ryunosuke
Wait, because I guess, yeah, if the
wardrobe?
Russians can't read it, they don't... Oh, I don't know. I was going to say, they obviously don't know that it says
Keep out.
keep out on it. Oh, I don't know. I don't.
Can we do a safety save?
I suppose we could do a safety save.
Let's revert back to the safety save.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
We must have the perfect record. Which
Yeah,
we will.
because obviously, yeah, we've got the fact he couldn't have written anything. It wasn't an accident.
The bell is a bit weird, but that just.
Oh, the record. There was no record, right? If the guy was right up in the ship's log, there were no entries.
Maybe.
So if but there was a loud noise. So presumably,
Oh, the shriek.
if
Oh, yeah.
Like, sorry,
Yeah.
the cat and all that.
Yeah. No. No.
really?
You need to show him the picture of the banana.
Damn. I thought for sure that'd be it.
What point are you trying to make with that evidence?
I'm starting to see how Kazuma's death really happened, I think.
Wah, wah.
Penalty.
I think. All right, well. So I see nothing of the sort. That was the evidence to prove it. Yeah, no, it's just.
It's gotta be the
Either the absence of something you would expect to find at the scene of an accident, or the presence of something you wouldn't.
The blood. What did he write? Oh, did he write it
No,
with
it was
the
ink. It was ink.
ink? But did we see any ink?
Yeah.
Where?
It fell off the desk. It was like by his hand at the top.
My bad.
It's gotta be the
The sticker over the wardrobe, the notice.
yeah.
Or it's the bell. I
Yeah.
don't know.
because the bell does seem weird, but at the same time, it's like, to me, that suggests that he could have fallen over. He could have stood on it. Okay.
Is it the bell then?
Maybe it is the bell, and we're overthinking it.
I guess so.
You gotta show the picture of the banana. Potassium. Alright.
I guess maybe because she wouldn't have left it there. But
Yeah, it's the bell. It's the bell.
This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor.
But that's the glass bell the kitten had around his neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So, we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic?
Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw. A fatal flaw.
And look, I'll show you what it is. Here's my... But just after I point it out in this evidence...
What?
If that's really what happened, how did one half of the bell end up back here in this... Oh, this cabin.
see, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I was kind of on the same thought as you, darling, of like thinking, yeah, but that would suggest it was an accident with the bell being there because he tripped over the cat. But I guess yeah, because like I'm thinking like how would one half of the bell be in her room and then the other half in there? I guess she actually has gone in.
It also could be that, like, as he fell over the cat, and I appreciate it's a little far-fetched, that it broke the bell in half, and the other half stayed on the cat.
Well, there is that, but if you look, it's broken at the top
so
as well.
So like almost cleaning. Yeah, I don't know then. Yeah. Then how did one half end up back here in this cabin?
Oh! You're right. I didn't consider that.
Yes. Remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh no.
Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth. In order to cover up his or her own guilt.
Oh my.
Maybe we will be taking it to court then.
Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's... This is Herlock?
You are wasting time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Someone else was there? Duh! Of course, we know this!
What are you
He's gonna
talking
say
about?
it was Rinosuke.
Yeah.
Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out.
Oh, yes.
But then the boat rocked.
Yeah.
And only other person in cabin when young student died was you.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened.
You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details.
You mean details?
No.
But I don't know Russian. There's no way I would have left that message.
Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message. To be precise about the details.
Would you mind?
No! Oh, forgive me, my dear fellow.
As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor. In an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then...
That's
Susato.
And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor. For fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died.
But why did they leave the other half then?
They did a really shit job of it
Maybe
because they left it
maybe
half
they
done.
dropped it or something.
But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions.
Yes, well,
I guess he could have slipped on it.
It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item.
But he's like directly under the light.
But yeah, if it's like half a bell, though, you would surely be like, okay, well, where the hell's
Like,
the
it's
other
pretty
half?
Yeah.
big. It's pretty big, isn't it?
You all suspect me, don't you?
Hold it.
Oh,
What? Seaman Strogenoff. Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal.
ah, so that's it.
You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth.
Well,
Now is when we use the ship's log. Now is when we use the
Yeah.
ship's
this
log.
is all most interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How could you be so sure?
because it was him.
You are great detective. You should know. Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Niet! It's impossible! Ugh.
He's right. No, he isn't, because I already have
guess-
the evidence showing that the bolt can slide
Do we
closed. Oh, darn, if I wasn't so stupid, I would have
I
said
just
it
say, wait, we
already.
don't actually have evidence about that. We know that it happened.
I thought we did.
No, I don't think we actually
No,
do.
we actually we
We've
saw
seen
an
it happen.
incident of
Yes,
it happening,
we've an
but we
instance.
haven't
We've seen
actually
it
got
hap-
any evidence.
Yes, we've seen it happen, but no actual proof.
Oh, curses. Well, I suppose because that observation wasn't added to the court record, I just can't
That's
bring
it.
it up.
Yeah. But wait, I have read about this in detective stories.
Ooh, she rolled the R.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
how you
didn't
know
mean-
Susato's getting
I
serious.
didn't mean to, sorry.
I've read about it in the detective story.
People often tie thread around the door latches so they can open
And no, the door is a perfect seal. It's made of metal. You were the one who said that, Susato. You were the one who established that that couldn't work.
I didn't say it.
Oh,
It
sorry.
don't matter. Carry on. That's okay. Carry on.
It's too late.
No, I'm sorry, Sarah. I interrupted.
No,
you.
no, no, no. It's not. Pete got rid of the text. It's fine.
Yeah, it's my fault, but it's here, look.
But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around the door latches so they can open and close them from the outside.
Sorry, just the only reason I said that was because she literally,
Yeah, she did.
when Ryunosuke said that, she was like, "No, you are a fool.
Yeah.
I want you to be guilty."
Yeah, she did.
Thread? Are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors.
Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel, with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used.
No, of course not. I thought so too. But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so
Susato-san, how could you shift it onto me like that?
That backing up sound you heard was the bus back, she threw him under, rolling over onto him.
So, Seaman Strogenoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside.
Not necessarily.
What?
I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before.
I don't believe it.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? Then we point to the bookshelf.
A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside.
We use the Seaman figure, god of the sea man person.
Faux Sidon, as it
Poseidon.
Oopsie daisy. Sorry.
One way does spring to mind, yes.
Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, but just play along. Yes. And so should you. I say, looking at you very disappointedly, because we've seen it happen.
Indeed we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across from the outside.
Oh, is it the bolt or is it, I guess, at the shelf, yeah.
Oh, it's not highlighting anything, but it is
Oh.
this.
Yeah,
It's the
gotta
shelf.
be. Yes! Look at the bookcase there.
I do love the yes. It's just like
See how all the books and things on it have toppled over?
That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before.
Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over, like small kittens and entire people.
I believe. Yes, it is what's known as the force of inertia acting on the objects.
Susato, what is it that you have recorded in that book exactly? You've got information about snakes, inertia, detective stories.
It is called. It is called an encyclopedia.
Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book, at least? Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into this cabin and not long before. and we hadn't bolted the door. But then...
Hello? Is anybody in? Oh, no, it's
Hasanaga, wasn't it?
Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Oh, that sounds like...
Inspector Hosanaga. Oh, yes! That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door.
Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's
Somebody say sip.
by the ship's sudden change of speed, or the force of ineptia, if you want to call it that.
Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed,
That explains why the room was a mess.
Yeah. Look at that animation, yo.
the SS Burya made another emergency stop?
Which
Stop?
isn't monitored in the ship's log because Stroganoff was covering for Nina.
Neither that.
When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I immediately assumed it was you and threw you.
And I stood them all up again, didn't I?
Then, when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin.
Oh, my!
Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova?
Are you out of your mind? You say Burya made emergency stop?
It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room, or perhaps someone who can communicate with the engine room and would have the sort of authority that people in the engine room might pay attention to them, such as a burly seaman with an axe to grind.
Why are you looking at me?
No, it is simple enough.
He didn't even put the pipe in his
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
He's just touching the piece to his
Yeah.
lips.
Well, I just like to imagine that he doesn't actually know like what to do with it, and he's just like he's just like slurping on it, but he doesn't actually know what you do with a pipe.
Yeah.
Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside, used to trigger the emergency alarm?
Oh, I did forget the button.
So
Yeah,
did
so
I.
it's
But
the alarm.
you'd think that everyone would hear it.
Taylor, you mean you forgot about the pleasingly shaped bell outside the room?
I didn't forget the bell, but I forgot the button.
I mean, no one could forget
Near
that bell.
one. Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you to only press the button in times of emergency.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
On dark nights, when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity.
Wait, it was you?
Oh dear.
Well, when the button is pressed, two things happen in the interests of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings, and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today.
Nah. Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't you who...
As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life.
A button has but one.
No.
One. To be pressed, whatever the occasion.
Pardon me.
He sounds almost proud of himself.
How dare you mess with this ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now.
See, this is why Sholmes should never be never be put in charge of the nuclear weapons. Fire the nuclear weapon!
Don't push the button! You mean this one? No!
Now, I'm sure that it can. I'm sure all that can wait until later.
No, actually not.
Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learnt a valuable lesson.
That you framed me inadvertently?
When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin doors slide closed. So, what we must now consider...
Yes, it all comes down to one thing now.
What thing would that be? Could you point it out to me from the court record, please?
Now, I am confused, though, because that means Stroganoff must have been somewhere else. Because if there was an emergency stop while he was on watch, then he would have reported it in the log, right? But it doesn't say anything. So why not?
he caused the emergency stop.
Well, no, Sholmes did. He just said he did.
He said he caused the one a little bit ago, but earlier than on the night. It wasn't Sholmes who did it on the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
I thought Sholmes was saying he did it on
Sholmes
the
is saying
night.
the one that happened while we were in this room, that was him.
Yeah.
But the one on the night could have been anyone.
I
Stroganoff.
think it's Stroganoff who's done it, I think. Personally.
It does seem awfully sus.
Last night, after...
I am reminded of what happened with Dahlia.
Oh no.
Oh no. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, Did this ship make an emergency stop? Or did it not?
Do you know, actually, Taylor, you doing that little bit there, Seaman Strogenoff does kind of bear a slight resemblance to Terry Falls, doesn't he?
And Nikolina
Actually, he does, yeah.
is 15.
Yeah.
And he seems to like her.
Oh, for God's sake. No. Bad.
Where have we seen this before?
See, this does seem vaguely familiar.
What's the name of the creator again?
Shutakumi.
Shutakumi. Go to horny. Go to horny jail, Shutakumi. Not even horny jail. That's just bad.
Yeah,
That's wrong.
go to actual jail.
Not really. We like the
we
game,
do,
but
but-
still, stop putting that dynamic in, please, for the love of God.
Stop shipping older men and young girls together. It's not right.
Oh, shipping! Oh, I see what you did there.
My God!
No, I actually didn't think about that. I just said it. Oh my God.
That was a good one. You shouldn't have said that. You should own it. Own the joke.
I mean, yes, I totally meant to say that. Wink.
Oh my God. Anyhow.
Oh God.
Welcome to Disillusioned Puns.
Have you read this one?
I have, yes.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay.
You are idiots. Buria is huge.
Booyah is huge ship.
Buria is huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop, even in middle
So yeah,
of night.
I mean how he's like a big bulky guy. He's got marks on his face that like sort of semi-horizontal.
Do we have his age? Do we have his age? Can we check the court
Oh
record?
God, no.
Oh, he is there.
37.
Oh,
He is
no!
older than Terry Falls at least.
Is he?
And then Nikolina is
15.
She because
for-
wasn't Terry Falls like 25 or something?
Yeah, Dahlia was 14.
yeah, he was like 20.
Yeah. It wasn't that big a gap, but still. Anyway.
Maybe it's just protective, platonic, like whatever. We're just gonna hope with
Yep.
that
Yeah.
one. We're gonna hope with that
Being
one.
a daddy figure.
There would be chaos everywhere.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo?
What are his thoughts?
No!
No, we
Oh,
actually have
God
another minute.
dang
For
it,
goodness
Taylor.
sake.
Got him.
Get out.
Well.
I'm sorry. Did you read it, Taylor? Do you want to go again?
Well.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Do you want to go again?
Oh, I see what you advance the text, you cheeky non.
Potassium.
It's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea.
Really?
You do?
Uh-oh.
What evidence?
Oh, right. The lack of anything being
Yeah.
reported in the
Yeah,
law
yeah,
could indicate that.
What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo?
Fascinating. Do show us, my good man.
Safety
What?
save.
What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this gripped this vessel last night?
Boop.
Yes!
Seaman Strogenoff. It's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right?
Duh, that is correct.
Why? And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duties?
What are you doing with that? That is mine!
Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care, with a mind to return it to you later. Of course.
Of course.
I left it there on purpose! That is where I put it always!
The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances you write the phrase nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night into first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all.
Shit.
Nothing.
Yeah, boy.
Nothing recorded in the log.
That is... Duh, because nothing happened.
But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report, wouldn't you?
Indeed so. Which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Burya.
But what was it that happened after 2 a.m. on the SS Burya? We will actually have to find out.
Okay, I
Are
didn't
you
say anything
sure?
because I wasn't
Run out
sure.
of time
Are
for
you
today.
sure? Are you sure it's right this time, Taylor? Are you telling the truth?
Would I lie a second time?
Yes,
You
'cause
have
it's happened
you have
before.
done it multiple times in a single episode before. You bastard. But with that being said, we hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've said it in the beginning, but whatever.
Say it again.
Say it again. It goes without saying at this point. Why haven't you done it? We know that you're there. We know you haven't done it. Do it now. Do it. And with that, we'll catch you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Take care, all you peoples.